Serious. Oh, we're on? Oh, I guess I better be over here then. Good evening, Bios Baptist Church. I'm so sorry for the increasing delay that we've had in our service. If you do not recognize this room, that is because this is my private office. This is not a public area of the church that people are allowed to see. So, therefore, yeah, the reason why I was out for a few days, and we're just gonna have a few conversation. And yeah, this office needs to be renovated because it is old. I've had this office since I was a kid, and um, now I need to be renovated to a real office. Need to get some furniture removed around, and this desk moved around into a professional office so I won't have to hide it from everyone or meet up in public areas of the church. Maybe no cameras are allowed on this wing or on this floor. This is the third floor of the church. So no cameras are allowed up here. Only I can do that. So I was sick for a few days. And what happened is I was unable to talk any at all. I lost my voice. Now, you know me being a teacher, once you lose your voice, that must have been incredibly difficult. In addition to that, I was in a lot of pain as a result of a debilitating illness, which was brought on by a few allergies and cold I've been suffering from for years. My nose was and still is completely clogged. Right now, I'm taking quite a few medications for it. So I had to reschedule this Sunday's services, which was incredibly difficult because I had to clean out and rearrange not only all the offices in the building, and I had to supervise the renovation of the church website, the updating of the YouTube website for Bios Baptist Church, the management of Facebook for Bios Baptist Church, and Instagram for Bios Baptist Church, and all of our entire internet interface. So I was completely under the weather. I was not able to do anything, any at all for Sunday and all of Monday and part of Tuesday because I was not able to talk, period. And if I was able to say two or three words, I would then vomit afterwards. So the reason why I'm telling you all of this is we have a large amount of people who have extreme high expectations of me and my staff. So they don't want to hear about my illnesses or my work not getting done or why I didn't get my work done. It's completely understandable because it is not necessary for me to tell you that I'm sick or my symptoms of my illnesses or whatnot because I'm pretty sure I don't have an audience full of doctors. And I'm pretty sure I'm not everybody, even if I did, I'm not everybody's patient. In addition to that, in addition to that, Oh, my point finished there. Okay, let's continue. So, in times past, you weren't allowed to miss any days of work here at Bios Baptist Church, or else you get an immediate disciplinary referral and you are immediately removed from the service. I changed that rule because I didn't like the system as is. Now, if there is a write up, on Fridays and Fridays only, it is processed. A cooling down period is necessary. We hash out the system. At first, we were thinking maybe to the till until the meeting, but now if an incident happens on a Friday, we're gonna make it wait until the next Friday. We're no longer punishing, and we're not gonna call it punishment. We're not calling anything punishment. We're going to say teach. We're not teaching anybody a lesson the same day. So we're not going to teach you a lesson. We're not punishing anymore. Discipline is okay, but what we rather say is teach a lesson, because we said teach a lesson when we grab a book and we read the Sunday school Bible study. We're going to teach a Bible study lesson. Now, what we have to do for individuals who act up is teach a disciplinary lesson. We are not going to be punishing anybody, because guess what? You know who does that? The world. Let them come in this church and act up and think it's okay, and then we tell them it's not, and then they go in the world and do the same thing, and then the world is going to punish them. And then guess what? It'll be even worse on them at that point, because they already got it from the church that they shouldn't have done it. And then that's not the reason why. God is going to get them, because that now they know. When you knowingly commit sin, your flogging is greater than when you unknowingly commit sin. Now, I'm saying greater. I'm not saying you get it, because it makes it sound like you never got it in the first place. I'm saying it's greater because you get punished or you get flogged for sin no matter what, even if you don't know, because you got to get taught. So this is a teaching church coming next year. We're a teaching facility. No longer are we going to focus so much on discipline. We are going to start focusing on teaching. Now we're going to teach people that this is not the right way to go. But if we have to teach you not to behave a certain way, you're not going to be teaching anybody else at that time. So we take away your ability to teach within Bios Baptist Church. That's how that works. And we do it real fast too. The minute you mess up, no teaching license. So let's get back to the illness part. If you miss a day and you don't turn in a doctor's excuse or a note or anything, or you tell me before you miss the day, the teaching license goes away until the end of the week. Now, here's the thing. The rule is a lot. That's in times past, though. Now, we don't have to have the identification. Don't let the cat out yet. We don't have to have all that. I could tell when somebody is in any form of distress. But here's the thing. I have 6 months to determine. If you don't turn in an excuse, I have 6 months to determine if you really did go to the doctor or not. I type it in your file that you have no note to gather as much evidence. Now, until you get the note, you're guilty of not being there. Or until enough people can prove that you are. So I have to gather as much evidence. So basically, it becomes a scale, it becomes a balance pan. So I have to gather as much evidence as possible that you were or you were not there until it's too much evidence for one against the other. If it's too much evidence for one against the other that you were there, then you're not punished. Then you don't have disciplinary action against you. Too much evidence one against the other that you were there, then you're written up, your license is taken away, and then you go to churching and mistakes the following Friday. So now, let's go back and talk a little bit about what's going on now. New members orientation is coming up on Friday. On Saturday. I am going to be teaching new members orientation this year. Nothing to worry about. I'm a friendly teacher. We don't have curriculum for that class because it's a 2 times a year class, not to mention it's a BIOS law class. So we have to plan it. We do have curriculum for all of our youth, pre-youth, and adult regular classes next year. We are switching the schedule around. Monday, we are going to have we're gonna be doing pre-youth 2 times a week from now on. Don't let her out. First Lady interrupted my live stream, isn't she? She walking past my office door talking about cat potty. Yeah, so 2 times. That will be Mondays and Fridays. Pre-youth. That would be, but then Mondays will be the younger kids, kindergarten, because you have the pre-youth kids that can't read. And then you have the pre-youth kids that can read. We break it up into 2 groups. So they're under the same service, they're in the same room, but we treat it differently. It's all the same resources. That's what I decided to do. Tuesday, we're going to have youth group. Wednesday, we're going to have general Bible study for everybody. Thursday, we're going to have adult group. We never had adult group before, just like how we never had the pre-youth group for kids 4 and 5. So we have 2 new groups this year. Pre-youth for 4 and 5, kids who can't read or can barely read. Kindergarten. It's only pre-K and kindergarten. Grade school going into regular pre-youth. This is pre-youth extra. This is just beginners is what we would call it. But it's not its own department, people. This is not a separate department. This is kindergarten and this is pre-kindergarten. This is pre-K. I don't know what you call it. I don't know what you call it. Bible study is on Wednesdays. That's where we have all the groups together. Saturdays. Of course, Sundays is Sunday service. There will be books for all the classes during the weekdays. None of the classes during the weekdays are interactive. Saturday class is interactive. So we'll only have one interactive classroom, which will be Saturdays. I want more people to show up to the interactive classroom. So interactive is just like the Bible study, except there really is no book, there really is no curriculum. It depends who of what age group I see more. It's really how we could discuss. It's a discussion. So it's like we're having a Christian discussion between me and people. So I'm not teaching. I don't teach on Saturdays. If nobody comes, I'm just gonna put out a music. I'm just gonna put out a choir. I'm just gonna put out a hymnal, and that's it. If nobody shows up, I'm putting out a hymnal, and that's it. But if people come, we're gonna have a discussion. Saturdays are discussion days. So I'm gonna open the class. We're gonna have prayer. We're gonna have maybe about a good, however long the discussion might take. I'm not going to cut it off anymore. You could go back and you listen to it. It's not a classroom video. It's not anything where you could just come and ask me whatever you want. I'm the pastor of Bios Baptist Church, so you could come ask me whatever you want, and I'll answer it with the Bible. It has to be in the Bible, and it has to be appropriate. So there is no lesson plan to stick by. There is no topic of suggestion to stick by. But if it start getting inappropriate, then I might speak to council and we'll start giving Saturdays. One Saturday we do youth, one Saturday we do adult, one Saturday we do and whatever we might do. So keep things appropriate, please. I think that will be all. So, have a good day and may God bless you.